What's up, y'all? Today we are discussing what it's been like owning Stitch, my 2024 Mustang GT Premium, for the past year and some months now. So, if y'all don't remember, I got Stitch back in December 2023, and Stitch had actually arrived on my birthday. So, what had pushed me to get Stitch was, Panda was once vandalized, by Memphis car thieves. My car got broken into like 3 times. And this last time, when they got broke into it, they got spooked because people was coming onto the premises at my job, like passing by. They got spooked. They decided to when they tried to leave, they threw the car in reverse, the car they was in, and they hit the front of my car. And I'm just like, are you serious? And when they broke into my car, since dude got spooked, playing. Wow. Since dude had got spooked, he didn't even completely punch my window out. He broke the window and he just left it there and took off running. And then when they tried to leave, the idiot had the car in reverse and he hit the front end of Panda, my 2014 Mustang. And so that went through a whole insurance process and everything. They towed it out the car. I got it back at salvage. The money that I had, I used it to pay off some stuff to help build on my credit. And then I went and I placed the order for my car. So I put the link to the video up right here or down below, wherever it be, of me going through the process of ordering my car. And so ordered the car, went through the months of, of getting the VIN number assigned, build date assigned, and everything else. The car ended up getting built sooner than expected, and I was not expecting me to take delivery of my car on my birthday. So my car had got delivered on my birthday, and then I went and picked it up the next day, and I took that as a sign of me, it was meant for me to have this car. And yeah, so this is my 1 year review of owning this car. So let's go ahead and hop in the drive, because I'm about to go to Walmart to buy some more detailed stuff, because we about to wash Stitch, because we're going on a road trip in the morning. Me, Richard, the whole gang, and possibly a whole bunch of others. We are road tripping down to Houston, Texas. So if y'all gonna be in Texas this weekend, hey, hit me up. I'm going to DreamCon again. So yeah, I will be in Houston, Texas. So let's go ahead and fire up Stitch on the cold start. Okay. There we go. I got worried for a second. That ain't. Oh, what? What? That ain't never happened before. What the hell? Oh no. Hey, bro, you doing too much right now. He doing too much. No, I don't need no issues before we leave. No issues. That was, damn, that almost made me nervous for a second. Alright, but he's crunk up. Gonna let him warm up for a bit, but wow. That completely caught me off guard. Alright, we all in the car now, so let's go ahead and head on to Walmart to grab the stuff, and then we can have a quick chat. Close the garage. Wait for that to close. But yeah, y'all, it has been over a year now since I've owned this car, and like I said, I've loved every bit of owning this car. When I got this car, it helped me out at a point in my life where I was really kind of low and down, and so getting this car helped bring things up for me a bit. It improved so much stuff. It improved my mood, the fun I was having. Not saying that Panda wasn't fun, but Stitch is a whole different ball game. It is. And Stitch has been something else. The 2024 Plus S650 platform is actually a great and fun platform to drive. So yes, I know the car isn't tunable right now, unless you get a supercharger, but this car makes enough horsepower to where you can get out here on the street and you can have a whole lot of fun. So let me actually put this in sports mode real quick. And that's another thing that I like about this car. When you switch between the modes, the car literally changes. Of course, you think, oh, it's useless without the active exhaust and stuff. And it's no, the performance of this car changes. Okay, then it's a woman-driven S650, S550, not S650, S550 GT. Nice. Yeah, putting it in sport mode, or track mode, or drag strip mode, it changes the performance of the car. It changes the shift points. It changes how aggressive it shifts. Sport mode has decent shifting, but if you put it in track or drag strip mode, oh, the shifting is so aggressive. It's something else. But yeah, this car has been fun. So one thing I can admit, I'm glad I got this car, but the pricing for these oh shit. Damn, I'm sorry, y'all. The pricing for these cars was unreal. So starting off, if you wanted a premium model and at a base model, that premium model, just know you was gonna spend $50,000 or more. Now you can find a premium model somewhere like low 50s, probably like high 49,000s. But other than that, like, yeah, these premium models was a ticket. And then of course above the premium models was the Dark Horse, which is, they're spending almost $60,000 to $70,000 for 15 more horsepower, because these are 485, while the Dark Horse Mustangs are 500. So an extra $15,000 to $20,000 for 15 horsepower. And also, that's the other reason why Ford hasn't unlocked tuning yet for these. Everyone is starting to believe that Ford messed up with the Dark Horse numbers. Like, I know, you know, they had to do certain deals and regulations with the EPA and stuff, but come on now. Your most expensive Mustang is only getting a 15 horsepower boost. So of course it's gonna make sense business-wise to lock the tuning away, because you just get one of these, shoot, the base model, you already get 485 horsepower to the crank. You put on those supporting mods and tunes, you're doing better than the Dark Horse, because with the Dark Horse, all you got was probably different stability controls and the trimming. The 6-speed Tremec manual transmission. Of course, you know, it has a 10-speed auto version as well, but come on now. You might as well just get a regular Mustang GT and just wait for the tuning. But like I said, these cars are fast enough as it is. And I've been having fun with Stitch, going to Mexico with certain people, or just having fun, and people be amazed at how well this car drives. As soon as you hit it, just here. And even in the cases where like people are leaving the car, these cars are good at catching up to you. Like, they will be catching up to you inch by inch, and it just leaves people amazed. What life has been like owning this car, I'll be honest, finally getting into a V8 muscle car after owning a V6 for so long, I ain't gonna lie, the way people treated me changed so differently. To all my people in the comments below, tell me, have you ever owned a car that was not a V8 car, and you tried to be in the car room and you was treated so indifferently, but as soon as you finally got into that V8, oh, everyone started treating you better, treating you nice, trying to be your friend. And I ain't gonna lie, getting this car made a lot of people start trying to be fake towards me, and I just cut them off, because I was just like, bruh, girl, you was not messing with me before I got this car. You wasn't cool with me like that. You didn't interact with me. But as soon as I got this car, oh, y'all trying to hang out, you trying to invite me places, and I'm like, beat it, chick, man, beat it, bro. I wasn't going for none of that. So and this car helped expose a lot of people for being fake, so I don't have to deal with them no more. This car still gets recognition for being built in 2023. People love the color that I chose, the Vapor Blue metallic color. I still remember when I got the cinematic reveal done by Fry Productions, and I still love him for that video that he did. People love this color so much because this Vapor Blue metallic, it changes colors depending on the lighting. So you got one color that it looks very metallic, it's like gray, but then let the sun start going down and it gets darker. It gets like an actual blue, so you don't know what hue this car is gonna be. It just depends on the lighting and the sun. But this color is amazing, and like, if you catch this color in the sun, the flake that comes off that paint is unreal. one thing that I don't like about this car, besides of course, you know, obviously the tuning being locked, you know, you're paying kind of high numbers, and Ford still goes the route of there's quite a bit of cheap plastic in here. Like the cheap plastics that's in this car is still unreal, and I'm just like, if you got people paying between $50,000 to $60,000 for a car, or honestly $45,000 or more, like come on, get your interior on point. Even with the exterior, you know, these cars, unfortunately, there were a lot of like defects that was coming with these cars, because during the time, that's when all the strikes was going on, plant strikes. The cars weren't being built, orders were being delayed. So as soon as those people started going back to work, they were trying to crank out these cars so fast. So a lot of these cars came with defects, and Ford did honor fix them. You know, as if the dealership that you work with wasn't grimy and they went ahead and fixed your car. Some dealerships just didn't do nothing. But yeah, my biggest thing is like, man, for the next generation, upgrade the interior. You know, the big dash in the middle was nice, is nice, but other than that, like, come on, enough with all the cheap plastic. That is the least that you can do for all of us. Enough with the cheap plastics. Let me put it in manual, give y'all a quick hit real quick. I don't see no police. It's a manual, and if you hold down the paddle shifters, that is one thing I do like about this. If you throw it in its manual and you hold down the paddle shifters, it has a feature where like it'll go to the, oh snap, it got a feature where it'll go to the lowest gear possible. And before I knew that, you know, before I would take this car to go have fun in Mexico, you know, I was having to like tell people to wait, like let me downshift to the gear that I need to be in, and they would be getting impatient. But I found out it automatically goes to the gear if you hold down the paddle shifter. So that is a neat trick right there. Hold on, let me adjust this because we about to pull up at Walmart anyway. So back in the car, done shopping at Walmart, got a few items needed for the road trip and some more car wash stuff. But the one thing that I will say about owning this car, I decided to be patient this time. So I've had this car for over a year now, and I didn't make the same mistake that I did with Panda, in which I jumped into a bunch of debt, tricking out the car, trying to keep up with the Joneses, trying to be accepted and trying to be considered cool and stuff. I didn't make that mistake because I knew with owning a V8, stuff was going to cost more. Gas already costs more enough as it is. But yeah, stuff was going to cost more, and I just decided, you know what, I'll be patient on ordering mods. And so I waited, and I got a promotion at work, so I'm in leadership now. So that was the part of the waiting, because like I need to be able to afford these mods instead of like always trying to use a firm, Zip, Quad Pay, and Afterpay, and all that. Which, don't get me wrong, hey, I still use them, but I'm not trying to have all of this stuff on like credit cards and all these payment plans to pay for stuff. You know, if I decide to, I can either like save up from this check and that check, or I can just straight out just go buy it. You know, so I was patient this time. I was smart financially with my money when it came to modding the car. Power mods, that's still gonna be a while before I do that, because you know I still want to enjoy driving the car. At most, the only power mod that I might do is a cold air intake, and that's it. Something like supercharging the car in long tube headers, oh, that's on down the line. Like, that's on down the line. Like, I would probably rather pay off this car first before doing all that. And speaking on paying off cars, I do try to pay extra as much as I can towards the note of this car, because I'll be honest, majority of everyone's notes from what I've seen is in the 700s to 800s. Mine's is like 812. Yes, my note is 812, and insurance is about $200. So yes, I'm pretty much paying almost $1,000 for a Mustang. But since I'm in leadership now, I've now been paying extra towards my principal and everything, because this time in car buying, like, unless you have the most perfect credit score, and even people with 700s and higher end of credit scores, the banks and dealerships and credit unions, like credit union is the best way to go, but everyone's interest rates are, you hardly see interest rates beneath 5% now. Like, you don't see the legendary 2% or 3%. Everyone's interest rates are like 5 to 8%. Mine's is like a 7 point something, if I remember. Yeah, and that was me. Like, once I took out once I got the money from when they told it out Panda, but I got it back in salvage and they still wrote me a check. I paid off a lot of stuff to help build my credit score back up. Then of course, the credit score went back down because of life, but it's back on the rise again. Yeah, I got my credit score up to where I know where they won't give me too high of a note, but your boy is not upside down like my note, so my total payment of the car is a little bit higher than what it should be, because the value of these cars dropped tremendously. Like, when I say the value dropped tremendously, like if I was to go plug my car into any of these car websites, the last one that I looked for was and I don't know why I'm having a brain fart right now on it. Kelly Blue Book. Kelly Blue Book. Kelly Blue Book. Kelly Blue Book. I plugged my car in on Kelly Blue Book a couple months ago, and it said the value of my car was in the 40,000s, and I'm just like, how the hell my car is in the value of the 40,000s, and I'm still at this amount paying it? So there's that. But like I said, I'm working on getting that down, because like I said, I'm able to afford to pay extra on my principal now. So yeah, so you can go pick these cars up now for, like I said, a decent price. You're not going to be paying an extraordinary note anymore. Like they aren't expensive like how they first started, but then again, inflation just got all this stuff expensive. All right, cool. I got y'all mounted up right now on a head mount. So this isn't a GoPro mount. This is actually my phone that I got with a head mount off of Amazon. I know I probably look weird to everyone else driving by, but this is my first time ever doing something like this. So yeah, we about to get ready to wash down Stitch so that he can be ready for the drive in the morning. But yeah, but like I said, man, owning this car has been extraordinary. And so far, like I said, when it came to all the mods, I was patient. I got the spoiler from American Muscle, the form light and side markers, rear and front, the pipes catback exhaust, in which I'm about to probably switch out to that soon. Switch out from that within the next couple months. Nothing wrong with pipes, but yeah, it's time to move on from them, because fitment and quality is, I know, Stitch, I know you ready to get clean. One of the very first mods that I got done when the car came, I got tint done, and then it was the exhaust. And now every other cosmetic mod has just happened within the past couple weeks. Like I said, I know people are just driving by, just looking at me right now like, the hell he got going on. Now, one company that I've switched to when it comes to detailing, that I'm slowly progressing everything to, hey, Suds Lab, man, hey, they make some good products. So I've always been like a Meguiar, Rain-X, Suds Lab, and Adams. I'll still always mess with Adams, but you can see all the stuff right there. I'll still always mess with Adams, but I'm slowly moving over to Suds Lab, because they make quality stuff. Only issue is that in these bottles, bottles draw up like this, and there's nothing you can do about it. So Suds Lab, this is something you need to work on. Spray the last little bit that's in here. Man, and when I say that stuff cleans, it cleans. See, look, bottle drawn in already. Suds Lab, y'all have to work on this. All right, it's been sitting long enough. Let's clean them on off. And y'all, that is amazing. Shoot, I don't gotta do no work on it. Shoot, I barely gotta do any scrubbing. Now, like I said, I'm also an avid Adams user, and when it comes to, man, car soap and car shampoo, I ain't gonna lie, man, Adams has that down pat. Like, even with me just using a foam can and that actual foam gun, man, stuff be sudsing up so well with their product that it's unreal. Suds Lab, they ceramic hydrophobic wash. You know, everyone throws the term ceramic on everything now. Adams doesn't. Like, if they have an actual specific ceramic or like graphene product, like they got a whole different category for that, and they still got their regular good stuff. All right, all washed off. Now time to dry off stitch and then polish them up. Y'all, man, several people have stopped by, and this is what I mean when I say people love the color of this car, and they just like the car in general. And they keep thinking that my stock factory rims, yes, those rims right there, which come with the car, they think that those are aftermarket rims. Guys be thinking that those are aftermarket rims, and they're not. Anybody else use a leaf blower? It's all dried off. Now it's time to wipe them down and polish them. Now usually I'll be using Meguiar's Ultimate Quick Detailer, but today I'm gonna use something different. Just drop that down there. I'm gonna be using Sublab's ceramic spray sealants. So let's see how this goes. So we're gonna try using this. Said do linear motions, so that's what I'm doing. Okay, it's wiped in. Now let's take the other microfiber towel and buff it out like it says. Oh yeah, it gotta put a little force in it when drying this off. Okay. Oh yeah, I can see it. You do gotta put a little force in this when drying this off, so I'm gonna come back to y'all once I'm done doing this.
Polo shirt.
Yeah.
Got everything that I need. All I gotta do is pack. Maybe try to get 30 minutes of sleep.
Oh yeah, the missus is coming as well.
Yay, DreamCon, here we come. Woo!
Yeah. You know, I'm already pretty much packed. I just gotta go fuel up Stitch. You know, she still got a whole lot to do.
I got a whole lot of stuff.
I don't even think she done put a sock in the suitcase yet.
Bye.
But here is the car completely finished and washed. Now let's see how well this ceramic sealant actually works. And I got some water. Let's see how this ceramic sealant does. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. Maybe Suds Lab, hey, y'all actually know what y'all doing, okay? Because the water is kind of just rolling on off right now. It usually would have just been sitting. Okay then, I was probably too mistaken too fast. But the car is good now. So yeah, I'm about to go top off on at the gas station in just a second.